How many kill assists have you got, Alex?
I don't know. Let's see.
If you hover over your KD ratio on the comparison thing.
17.
17, alright. So, you've got way less deaths than me, but I've got way more assists, which means I'm a team player, which makes me better, right? That's how that works.
I have 14.
No. Do you know what the thing is, right? I confirm my kills. I don't rely on the other team to do it for me.
It's hard not to fucking confirm your kill when you got an axe in the guy's head, I suppose. I'll let you off.
Yeah. It's like, is he dead? Nudge.
All I'm thinking is that fucking Gimli scene is like,
He pulls the axe out and he's still twitching.
Are you okay?
he was twitching. Of course he's twitching, he's got my axe buried in the system.
43. He was already dead.
He was twitching.
He was twitching because he's got my axe embedded in his nervous system.
They basically went from the east coast of the US all the way over to California by walking, and they got to a point where, like, usually if they had got there in the summer, would have been perfectly fine, but they got there in the winter and there was like 12 foot of snow. And a lot of them couldn't see where they were going. There was children with them as well. And it was around a lake, which is now called Donner Lake in California, where a lot of them like set up camp and a lot of them died. But one of the things that is kind of like, it was the cannibalism thing that you reminded me of it, is because that's what they did. Like when someone died, they were like, well, we don't have any fucking food, like we ran out of our ox are dead.
Kebabs, or...
Yeah, pretty much. And one of the, like, there's differing like views on it, different people that survived it were just like, oh no, we didn't deal with cannibalism. But there was a couple of them who were just like, yeah. And one of the guys, out of fucking nowhere, when he gave his report in like 1890 something, when he was like 60 years old, was just like, oh yes, we dealt with cannibalism. I remember eating this guy. I also ate a dead baby raw. And I'm just like, Jesus fuck.
Wow.
You don't know why those other people said they weren't going to eat people. It's because they were fucking
At least
next on
cook
the
it.
menu.
Fuck, like, just like, Jesus. And then like there was another person who said, like, it's like, oh, I didn't eat any people. And then one of the kids who was like 7 years old at the time, but like when it happened and survived, when they were like in their mid-20s, they were asked about it, and they're like, yeah, a lot of the adults didn't want to eat the like people, but
Thought about to say something else there.
yeah,
They didn't want to eat the food
didn't
we
wanna-
brought with us, they were just looking at me, licking their lips.
like they didn't want to eat the people, but because as the children we had no food and we were like going to die,
They
like
had to do something
a
for the
couple,
children.
yeah, they had to do something for the children. So it was the children that ate jerky people or people jerky, because that's what they did with the people. They just sliced off fucking bits of meat
Dried them.
and just dried it out. And so I'm just like, the kids in that group were just like, fuck, this is nice, isn't it? And the fucking parents are just staring at them being like, God damn, that's your Uncle Jeff. Fuck.
Uncle Jeff's jerky. That shouldn't be funny. Actual people died. Holy shit.
I know, right?
Been sitting there in the old folks' home with the fucking guys. What the fuck?
What, a napkin and a knife and fork.
Wait, is that Connor? Is Connor just ended the conversation?
I didn't even wait, how long's Connor been here?
Hello, Connor. Are you okay?
What's going on, Connor?
Yep.
What are you laughing about?
Are you laughing at people dying? That's fucking rude.
Meat's back on the menu, boy.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boy.
Laughing at Jeff
All the
jerky.
ribs.
Are you okay?
You know, I completely forgot he was here until this moment.
Was he? Has he been here the entire time? Just
Yeah.
woke up with us talking about eating people. He's probably
Probably be
been
watching a YouTube video and listening to us talk about fucking cannibalism and
It doesn't
fucking
help if
Jeff
you have a
jerky.
name like Donut, mate. You sound just tasty.
Right, if you don't stop laughing, you're next.
Oh dear.
General manager, area manager. Get them guys on the phone.
Alright, Karen.
Karen.
I want to speak to your supervisor. Have you not heard the Karen meme?
I've heard plenty of Karen memes. I just
Okay,
I
good.
don't appreciate the tone, young sir. Not all Karens.
Young sir.
All Karens'
Sarcastic
lives
person.
matter.
Karen lives matter. All Karens matter.
Don't push it.
Just as bad.
You see, I feel like it's less a matter of racism if you use it in your comedy. I mean, that kind of counters the point, calling it like an aid to comedy rather than saying the comedy is the racism.
Yeah. Unless you. Oh, what was that? Oh, was it?
It's my comedy is racism, not my racism is comedy.
Yeah. Yeah. Quite a distinction.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Fuck. And then if they specified what version would you like, I'd say give me the 380 or the 308. 308 is right.
The
308.
The 380.
The 380.
Never mind the 308. We'll get onto that next. You want the 380 version?
Yeah, 380 compact.
Oh.
It's a pistol round.
Yeah. I know, but like, why would you want that? I've
Uh,
never fired any, so I don't know. But
I'm hunting
apparently,
whales.
it's a little weak. Ah, sorry. No, it's all right. I've answered my own question. Carry on.
Yeah, it's a pepper round.
Yeah, maybe it's just all the films I've watched, but yeah, 50 cal is the M2.
Yeah, the M2 50 cal. What was it?
Yeah.
The M1919 or something like that before it was the Browning.
That was the 30 cal,
30,
think.
right.
the M1919.
So
No,
yeah,
that's fair
is that what you think? It ends up being the M2 50 cal.
Yeah, because someone was saying that it's like, oh yeah, if you say 50 cal, most people would think of the Barrett.
Oh yeah, because of Call
Rifle.
of Duty.
It's like-
Call of Duty and
Yeah.
Hurt Locker.
Yeah, that's probably why. Here's another video title.
Go for it.
I don't know if I can be asked watching this one. A bodybuilder marries his silicone girlfriend of 8 months.
I mean, if you're a bodybuilder, do you really require a silicone girlfriend? Or is she, like, just boob job, big lips? Like, is that why she's silicone? Is she...
No. It's in the thumbnail. It says bodybuilder marries adult doll.
Right, okay, you say adult as if it's a human, but then you say doll as if it's, like, an inanimate object.
It's a sex doll.
Right, so it's not an adult then, is it?
It's one of the. Well, I hope
As
it's
opposed to
adult
what, an
in
underage
both
sex
senses
doll?
of the word. That it's a doll for adults, and the doll is depicted as an adult. Otherwise,
Alright.
otherwise she wouldn't be legal to marry. But
Oh yeah, so I suppose
Yeah,
that
'cause
does
that's
get
the
in the way.
and they're like, they can cost like £8,000.
Alright, but what's real about them? Like, do they come tailored, or do they come modeled
Yeah,
after a
you
person?
can
or...
design them. Yeah, you can pick like
Well, for $8,000, I
hair
fucking
color
hope so.
and skin tone and shape and all that sort of thing. Yeah. But the thing is, what I'm confused about with the fact that this is out in the public, why would you want to
To
go
publicise
so
it.
far as to say, "Hey, world, I have a sex doll"?
Well, you're really
And
fucking
even
questioning his
with-
mental health after he's decided to do it already. Like, not to publicise it, you say, oh yeah, enjoy your private wedding with your sex doll, but then, like, I'm going public with it. Are you mad, man? Like, where do you draw the line? Like,
Yeah, but well, that's the thing. It's like, if you want to pretend it in your head, it's like, right, I don't care. It's like, no, it's fine. It is. It's like each to their own, whatever. But why would you? Even before the days of the internet, why would you risk throwing that sort of information
mental
out there?
illness.
You know, but well, it'd have to be. But yeah, it's just like, hey, have some mockery. Oh, did you like that? Have some more. Unless you really want to avoid women, £8,000's a lot of money. I'm not going to say I haven't thought about it.
yeah, no, you've got to look at other aspects of the man's life before you, like, judge him on this. Like, if you put a camera in his house and you learn that when he gets home, he puts it in a cupboard or back in its box. You know?
Yeah.
Or, like, just puts it in the bed because it's an excellent fucking pillow. Because he got the fucking double D's on it or something.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, if he uses it as an appliance, I mean, not what it's meant for, you know what I mean? If he uses it as, like, an appliance, not what it's built for, then you will
Right.
understand that it's not his wife, and he goes out with his friends for drinks, and it's just a marketing scheme to get himself in the papers as a bodybuilder.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Well, I've seen fucking odd stories. Man gets addicted to crack to show his rehab works. I mean, seriously. People are willing to do shitty shit to... You know.
Okay, I don't know if you've ever seen the inflatable ones
I've seen the robotic
advertised.
ones.
I've not seen. Well, yeah, they look damn impressive.
They do.
Don't think I could afford one of those, but
Bilingual too.
definitely. The thing,
Which means you
Thing
can get
is-
a boy and a girl one.
but
Thing is...
thing is, if I'm buying a sex doll, it's like I'd rather she be silent. You know, that's one of the attractions.
Press the mute button on the remote, man. I mean, well, my
Yeah.
missus don't come with one of them. I can be grateful.
Yeah, true.